Paving this shit crank.
Here we go with another story of violence, 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 violence. And you guys, I'm reading these stories, and let me say this as before I get into the story. I have a bunch of movies on my site. I had to mark them all private because YouTube is striking me saying that I'm copying other people's content. When I put the copyright disclaimer up, clearly they can see the copyright disclaimer. I put it on there a couple of times, and even after when I do movies. So they're still striking me and saying that I'm, it is what it is. So I had to put the movies on private. I don't know how to go about sharing those movies without being struck. I guess what I could do is unprivatize it for like a day and allow people to watch it and then put it back on private. It has dramatically affected my watch time because it's on private. I would have thought that even though people have already viewed it, that it would still be counted as my, watch time, but I guess not. Anyway, I just want to say thank you to each and every subscriber, everybody. Even if you're just viewing my page, I would love for you to become a part of the family, So as this channel grows, you guys, I'm definitely going to start doing some giveaways, so that I can show my appreciation to everyone, because sometimes people need to know that you appreciate them. And it may be merchandise if I come up with some, but most of the time it may be like, if you have like a Chime card or you have a Cash App. Those are the two that I work with. I don't work with those other things, So I'm going to start putting that stuff down in my description, you guys. And I'm sorry that I'm a little long-winded. Also, I want to start, getting, people sending me information, like things to my email to ask me my opinion on certain situations that they may be in, or they may have a friend that may be in. And that way we can, start talking. But once I am able to get past 1,000 subscribers, I'll be able to go live with you guys. But right now they said I can't go live because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. Let's push for that 1,500. Come on, let's get those people clicking that subscribe button, you guys, so we can start going live, so we can start talking trash and doing our thing, So I'm going to get into the story right now, you guys. I've spoken enough. So, here we go with another story. Oklahoma grandfather and 4-year-old granddaughter were fatally stabbed, allegedly by his nephew. So, let's see why this happened, because I'm just tired of all these crimes that's happening. Suspect Lawrence Paul Anderson, 42, is hospitalized and in custody pending formal charges from the Grady County District Attorney, the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation said. Oof, let's look at him. What was wrong? And a lot of times, hold on, baby, a lot of times people claim that they have a mental illness just to try to get out of trouble. A grandfather and his 4-year-old granddaughter were killed in a stabbing Tuesday in a small town southwest of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Chickasha, I don't know what that Chickasha police arrived at his home Tuesday night after receiving a 911 call in which the caller hung up. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigations, PIO, told news station K4. Wow. While attempting to make contact at the door, officers could hear someone inside the home calling for help, the OSBI said in a release. On Wednesday, officers forced entry and discovered there were 4 people injured inside the home. Leon Pye, 67, and his granddaughter, Kios Yates, 4, were pronounced dead on the scene. The OSBI said Pye's wife, Delcy, was also found at the scene with non-life-threatening injuries. She was transported to a local hospital and is recovering. This is crazy. The fourth person in the home was 42-year-old Lance Paul Anderson. He was identified as the person who inflicted the injuries to the Pyes and Yates. And yeah, the OSBI said Anderson, also injured, was taken into custody by Chickasha police before being taken to the hospital. Wow. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm mean, you guys. I would have let his little behind sit in jail with his injuries and let him just sit there and suffer because he cared nothing about that baby. I can see you getting mad and attacking the man, but to attack an innocent child, that's going above and beyond. You know, you shouldn't be attacking anybody with a knife, point blank, period. And I guarantee you he's going to plead insanity. That's what they always claim, is that they were crazy. He was taking medication. He stopped taking medication. This seems to be the go-to thing today. Once you shoot somebody, oh, I'm crazy. Oh, I this, oh, that. It puts a bad stigma on those that are truly suffering from mental illnesses, you guys. And that's not fair. He remains hospitalized and in custody pending formal charges from the Grady County District Attorney, the OSBI said. Anderson has been identified as Pye's nephew, K4 reported. And I just say it like that because I don't want to keep spelling all this stuff out. It's very early on. Early on in this investigation. OSBI's Brooke Arbitman told K4, as to the cause of what led to this, that's still being investigated at this point in time. It's awful to think about taking your child to your parents' house for a visit, and then the next thing you know, she's been killed. She added, this is crazy. It was not clear if Anderson has legal representation at this time. I just don't get it. Who would want to take this case? I would not take this case. I would be like, I'm not taking this case. Because I'm sorry, he's guilty. I don't care if I don't know him. He's guilty. I would not take this case at all. I would, help me. I'm just really angry that you're so out of whack that you just enact this hellified, hell-bound violence on two people that were defenseless. This man is 67 years old. He cannot fight your young butt. This little girl had nothing to do with anything. Were you jealous of her? What was the problem? Look at you. You're not crazy. You want to play crazy, though. You need to be executed. I'm sorry. You need execution, or you need to live a life on death row. And every time you hear the clinking sounds of the bars next to you, it ought to make your heart jump out your chest and tap dance on the floor. It's ridiculous. A grown you know what man stabbing a child. And then it could be the child was trying to save grandpa, you know. But then you should have seen that and stopped. I'm so sick of these people. I'm sick and tired of these people and all their violence. I'm really sick and tired of it. It's getting totally out of hand. And if I say what I want to say, people are going to be offended and be in their feelings. And I'm really not in for this feeling stuff where everybody want to get upset and start crying. I really don't want to get into it because I feel the way that I feel. You know, I've lost people along the way because of the way I feel. Don't get mad. We should all be able to agree to disagree. If you don't agree with me, then hey, that is what it is. Why you get mad and want to stop talking to me and being my friend? Okay, if that's your choice, then guess what? When things start happening for me, don't try to come back around. And you know who I'm talking to. Don't try to come back around. If you guys like this story, please hit that thumbs up, hit that post notification bell, and you guys, by all means, subscribe to my channel. And until next time, you guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye. I just had to leave that there for that moment in time. I did it again.